It can be easy to dive into a shame spiral when we look around and realize that our home is messy. Maybe you don't even know where the stuff came from, whose it is, or what the intent was in bringing it around. So often the state of homes changes wildly with a major life change. Think things like a new baby or chronic illness, divorce, marriage, or a cross-country move. We acquire things or purge things or change storage systems or just try to get through each day. And before we know it, our belongings aren't our priority anymore. So in this week's episode, I'm going to talk about the cyclical impact major life changes and being organized have on each other. And I'll give you a few actionable steps you can take to manage overwhelm in these major life moments. Hey, I'm Taylor Vogel, owner and lead organizer of Sort Organization Services, and this is Organized You. I'm here to help you tackle the shame, roadblocks, and sticky logistics that prevent you from achieving your organization goals. Get ready to be empowered toward creating spaces and systems that actually serve you. Want organizing help delivered directly to your inbox from someone you can trust? Then you need to sign up for Sort's emails. When you subscribe, you'll get all of our most exciting content curated in an easy-to-digest format, along with sneak peeks at new services, first looks at big announcements, and even subscriber-only discounts. Our subscribers open and read our emails at nearly 3 times the rate of other home-related emails. And they also know that they can always simply click reply to let me know their thoughts or ask a question. Stay in the know and keep in touch with Sort emails. Subscribe today by going to sortorganizationservices.com and clicking email. So when I say that major life changes and being organized have a cyclical impact on each other, what I mean is that one directly affects the other, which in turn affects our ability to manage and cope with the transitions of the first. If we take someone whose home was never organized and watch them move through divorce proceedings, the division of assets is going to be notably more difficult because simply finding what each person has at any given point is going to be challenging. The challenge created within the division of assets creates stress and potentially more conflict within the divorce process, which steals the energy of the parties involved. So in building a new home from half of the communal possessions they once had, they overspend and overshop to try to ease their stress, resulting in more disorganization. And while yes, papers will eventually get signed, and this season of life will pass, the narrative could be wildly different. Say instead, we put someone whose home is highly organized in the scenario of going through a divorce. Both parties' belongings are systematized into what they actually love and use before the decision is even reached. When it comes time to divvy belongings, everything is pretty clear cut because it's already been managed in the first place. The former couple is able to have a clear, concise discussion about shared assets instead of having to trudge through what belongs to whom, resulting in greater cooperation and more energy to navigate the many other difficult conversations on the horizon. They're able to get lower rates while moving because they can accurately determine how much stuff needs to be moved, and settling into a new home is simple and easy, resulting in reduced stress. So often when we talk about being disorganized, we speak about it from a perspective of morality. Organized means good and disorganized means bad. I don't agree with this labeling on any level, really. Instead, what I typically associate with disorganized is stressed, overwhelmed, and unsupported, while organized people tend to have a greater capacity to manage their time, connect with others, and see that their belongings are actually there to serve them. Good people go through difficult things, and their organization systems that are established before especially difficult times hit typically have a major impact on their ability to navigate those changes. So what do we do about it? I'm going to give you 3 ideas for action steps you can take today to streamline a system in your life when you have capacity to do so. So if that isn't today, you don't have to do it today, but you can start now. These aren't something to add to your already overwhelmed to-do list. Instead, focus on which of these would alleviate something on your to-do list, freeing up your capacity to devote energy to your stressors as needed. Number 1, dinner, dishes, and dirty laundry. I heard this tip on the Sorta Awesome podcast with Meg Tietz a few years ago, and it has been life-changing for me. When we're in a season of overwhelm, letting everything go except dinner, dishes, and dirty laundry is okay. I want to flip that and encourage you to pick one of these fundamental chores that you hate doing and determine if you can streamline your system and organize it 1% better. Perhaps that means organizing your pantry by food group, putting your laundry products in the order that you use them, or setting bussing bins in each of the kids' rooms for them to empty any dirty dishes from around the house after dinner into the sink. Don't try and fix the whole thing. Just make one part of your organizing system within that category a little better. So dinner, dishes, dirty laundry. Number 2, streamline your paper. I've recently started to go absolutely crazy about the amount of paper I'm receiving with regard to parenting and childbirth. I'm due July 8th. While I deeply want all of the information, it means that I'm having to make decisions about what to keep and what to toss paper-wise constantly. One step that I've taken is requesting digital copies as often as they're possible of the information I'm receiving, because I already have systems in place to store those items. But whatever your life change, reducing the amount of paper in your home can be life-changing. If you don't have a hard copy paper management system in place, or if yours isn't serving you, I would strongly recommend checking out our ebook, Pile to File, where I outline how to make decisions about what papers to keep, what to toss, and how to keep it in check over time. That way, when you need your birth certificate or the title of your car or the medical records for your cat that the veterinarian you've been seeing for the last 6 years lost, you don't have to spend your valuable time searching for it. You just know where it is. So number 2, streamline your paper. Number 3, transform one small space. There really is something therapeutic about the act of organizing when you're in the midst of chaos. I attribute it to the fact that you can visually see the impact of your work. In so many aspects of life, the things we do drag on, or we don't see immediate results, and it can be really disheartening. So sometimes it can be deeply healing to turn on the music we listened to as teenagers and organize our closet by color or alphabetize our spices. I'm talking about tackling an organizing project that takes an hour or less, literally, so you can see the result of your effort and pat yourself on the back for being amazing, because you are. So number 3, transform one small space. I hope that these tips and considerations help you prepare for managing life's tricky times a little better. I always love to hear what's working for you and how you're organizing, so feel free to send me an email at hello@sortorganizationservices.com and let me know how you use these tips in your home. Thank you so much for listening. You can find show notes on our blog at sortorganizationservices.com and learn more about how I'd love to help you achieve your organizational goals.